Picture this. Your parents always told you their estate would be split 50-50 between you and your sibling. That feels fair, right? But then you find out that your brother was gifted the family home outside of the trust, and when the dust settled, he got the house and his full half of the trust. Suddenly, equal doesn't look so equal. If you're new here, I'm Salik Mansoor. I'm both a California estate planning attorney and a certified financial planner. And on this channel, I help families protect their wealth and, more importantly, preserve their relationships. The story I just shared isn't hypothetical. It actually appeared in Market Watch last week. And honestly, I see versions of it all the time in my practice. A mother promised her children a 50-50 split, but she also gave her son a house directly outside of the trust. When she passed, her daughter asked, "Should that gift reduce my brother's share?" The answer, unfortunately, was no. Only the assets inside the trust were covered by its terms. That meant the son kept the house and still received half of the trust. The daughter only received her half of what remained. If you're already feeling the unfairness of that, imagine how the daughter felt. That's how family feuds begin. And this isn't just something that happens to wealthy families. It happens every day to ordinary families with homes, bank accounts, and kids who remember promises differently. The first mistake families make is assuming that lifetime gifts automatically reduce what someone inherits later. They don't, unless you write it down. If a parent gives one child a $500,000 house or even a $50,000 early inheritance, the law does not automatically count that as an advance. When the estate is divided, the child can walk away with the gift plus their full share. Here's the danger. Siblings remember things differently. One child says, "Mom always said it would be fair." The other says, "Mom wanted me to have the house." Without a document tying those promises together, courts side with the written trust, not with family memory. That leaves one child feeling cheated and relationships damaged for good. The second mistake is skipping a really simple solution, what's called a bring into account or a hodgepodge clause. Think of it as a running ledger inside your trust or will. It says, if I give you something big during my life, a house, a business interest, or a large sum of money, that amount is subtracted from your share later. If the mother in our story had this clause in place, the house given to her son would have been logged as an advance. When she passed, his share of the trust would have been reduced accordingly, keeping the 50-50 split intact. This clause costs nothing to add. It's a couple of sentences, but without it, you're leaving fairness up to interpretation, and interpretation is what fuels lawsuits. Third mistake is silence. Parents often avoid tough conversations because they don't want to upset anyone. But when kids only discover the imbalance after their parents pass, that's when emotions are rawest. That's when brothers and sisters who got along for decades stop speaking. I've seen siblings spend years in court over issues that could have been prevented by a single conversation. This is not just about money, it's about respect, clarity, and making sure your legacy doesn't leave a mess behind. So what can you do to fix it? Let me give you 4 quick safeguards. First, add a bring into account clause to your trust or will. It's the simplest way to make sure lifetime gifts are factored in. Second, keep a gift tracker. It doesn't need to be fancy, just a list of major gifts with dates and values. Third, update your documents if you've already made a big gift like handing over a house. Don't wait, amend your trust. And fourth, communicate. Sit down with your kids, explain your reasoning, and leave no surprises. They might not love the details, but they'll respect the clarity. Here's the big takeaway. Your estate plan isn't just about dividing assets. It's about preserving relationships. A poorly documented gift can undo decades of family harmony. To make this easier, I created a free 1-page fair gift tracker checklist. It includes a sample, bring into account clause, a log sheet for lifetime gifts, and tips on when to amend your trust. You can download it using the link below. And if you'd like me to personally review your estate plan for fairness blind spots, book a 30-minute consultation. The link is in the description. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who could use a little estate planning clarity. Until next time.